You don't think so?
No,
I think so.
they still can operate in Sweden and do the original business plan they had.
Okay.
Not so
Fair
for
enough.
for Sana nor for Silo. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a long topic, but very good one, I think. Perhaps one more. Should I do the boring? I think a small, but I think is interesting topic is the extreme focus on AI for coding. And OpenAI just released their GPT-5 version of Codex, their kind of AI-specific version of using AI for coding. And why is that interesting? It's just another model. Yes, it is. But for one, they said when they released GPT-5, it was specifically one of the most important part was for coding, but it didn't really perform that well. And it wasn't really better than Anthropic and the Claude models that they did have. But then they focus a lot now and they potentially are betting. I haven't tried it yet, I must say, but it seems to really show how important coding is for the big AI labs. And in some way, I consider AI for coding to be one of the best metaphors or examples of what AI will be in the future. So for coding, you actually do have AI that can work with large amount of data, which it can do for many cases, but it can also do reasoning surprisingly well for coding purposes, and also agentic tasks already today for coding. Not so for other processes and business processes we do have, but for coding, yes. So in some way, you can see into the future, but see what you can do today when it comes to AI and coding.
So you can study what is happening here and understand the trajectory, which is then you can prepare for it better.
And I play around with it myself. I can see that I become this kind of agent manager in some sense. I became I had my own team of not people, but AIs. And I can tell them what to do, and I can just speak English to do so. I need to understand what to do. Otherwise, I would no clue of telling if they do something wrong or not. But I get personally my own team.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great metaphor to what we will see in 3-4 years for more or less any kind of process that you have in a business. Each human will have a team of people-ish or agents that they can use, and that will tenfold their productivity.
And hint, looking at the profile of what makes it work in software, we can kind of see the trajectory, which areas is it more suitable to do next and next, and which one is a little bit slower.
And this
is quite obvious if you look at the profile of the problem.
What I think is so interesting about this is that this was kind of the vision that OpenAI had very early. And they have this is at least very close to the vision that they had. I actually had the opportunity to meet OpenAI 1 year before they released ChatGPT, the first version, and I just saw the news. A lot of people were talking about it in Silicon Valley because it's, of course, Elon Musk, but also they got their hands on a lot of really big data sets from Meta, and somehow. Meta strategically, I think now afterwards, really released the data sets, and I went there, and then I was so convinced. That was actually one of the big reasons why Swinode was founded, because I went there and I then connected people from Vinnova with OpenAI, and I said, you have to go there. Something groundbreaking will come out from Silicon Valley, from OpenAI. I'm so sure. And they went there, and they also met with the team and met with a lot of others. And when then ChatGPT was released a year after, I think that was triggered why I was asked to be leading this initiative, because I could see that come.
So this was in 2022 or something?
Yes. Yeah. And then already back then, when we talked to the team, this was the story. They had a very strong vision very early, and they have been working hard to get there. I think the competition is, that's why they are succeeding. But I don't know if they will be leading forever.
No, I think OpenAI has trailed behind a bit, and and I think they will continue to trail behind, but we'll see.
Yeah, and they actually, Vinnova actually connected them with the AI Sweden, who have done this collaboration, and they got to test GPT-5 due to that. So that was actually my contribution to Sweden to that story as well. So a few in Sweden were the first of testing that new model.